We're back talking thoroughbred horse racing on Prime Sports Network. It's a Monday, so Chad Summers is with me. He'll be with me just for a couple of minutes, though. What you up to, Chad? You're on site, or are you just at home ready to bid?
No, we got one to bid on in the Phasic Tipton sale any minute, and we're packing up our barn in Belmont, getting ready to drive up the turnpike and get ready for Saratoga. Opening day is on Thursday, just a few days away.
And that's part of our announcement here on this very brief show that we're doing. If you want to call it a show, maybe a report. But that's because Chad, a couple things. First, Chad is going to come on this Thursday with John and I because it is the beginning of Saratoga. So we figured, hey, let's do that as well because Chad was already scheduled to come on the following week. And that is going to be on the 21st when we preview such races as the Haskell Stakes. So that should be pretty cool. And then Chad's going to be back on the 25th. Now, what we decided to do is because rivalries are kind of tough in the industry. So you got the obvious one. Everybody talks about Ali Dar and Ali Sheba. Is there like another obvious one?
Greg, here's the thing. As a sports fan, right? As someone like yourself who loves all sports, is it a rivalry if it's one sided? If it's not, if it's one thing if Ali Darnell should go, okay, it was a best of seven and it was 4-3. All right, great rivalry. But if you win every time, is Notre Dame versus Navy considered a rivalry? Is the Yankees versus the Toronto Blue Jays considered a rivalry? I don't think so.
So you don't even believe that Ali Sheba, and I can agree with you on that respect. I agree. There should be in a completely different category. I don't know what that category is, but it should be in a different category because yes, you have to have
runner-upper.
What's that?
Best second fiddle, best runner-upper, best.
Yeah. Whatever.
What was that? What was that movie with Sandra Bullock? Miss Congeniality.
Okay. The top ranked Miss Congeniality stakes.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that I totally get that. Now, what we're going to ask the viewers to do is to give us what they believe would be considered good rivalries in the sport, and it could be anything. Again, you could say, hey, you know what? I think the so-and-so trainer versus trainer, I believe that was a rivalry. Fine. Let us know. Tell us why you believe that is. Same thing with, the farms, the same thing with the riders, broadcasters, you name it. Let us know. You got the entire comment section to explain yourself, and then we'll talk about it on the 25th in a couple of weeks. So that's something that we do because I looked on the internet and there's not a lot of rivalries. Like, wow, I didn't even know that. I didn't even think of that. It's all the same ones.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Look, there's the obvious ones, right? I mean, Easy Goer Sunday Silence was a good one. Okay, but again, it was 3-1, but still, that was a good rivalry. And Coolmore versus Godolphin, but that was more kind of at the sales and the breeding end of things than it really was on the racetrack. And then like when they put Light versus Metal Star, that's more because I think everyone just loved MC Hammer not wearing a shirt. I don't know. That's really a rivalry.
Well, right there. That's why we're open to all sorts of weird suggestions to our viewers, and we'll talk about it in a couple of weeks. We also want the viewers to come up with a poll because we've had a few of them so far. So come up with a top 10 poll, rankings, all-time rankings that you want us to break down, specifically Chad. Let us know, again, in the comment section, and at some point in the next month or two, we'll put it together and talk about it. So come up with a really cool poll that we have yet to talk about. And it could even be on the Breeders' Cup because we are going to have some Breeders' Cup polls coming up in the next couple of months. Okay, so that's that. I also wanted to, by the way, John and I kept your momentum going, Chad, from last week. We kicked ass again on Thursday's show. And actually, it was Friday's show. We basically we basically hit the top 3 races. We missed the 4th one because our horse that came in second lost to a 26-1 shot, Classic Causeway. So, or else we would have went 4 for 4. So we had a really good day. Matter of fact, so much so that we had one of our patrons that, and maybe it's coincidence, but he decided to go from a $5 tier to a $10 tier. We had a couple of new patrons sign up. Patreon.com/PrimeSN. It's only $5 a month. You can cancel at any time. And we've had a great couple of weeks, and now we're going to have you on for the next 2 weeks. So that should be even better, including the opening weekend at Saratoga coming up on Thursday's show.
That might be two of my favorite top 10 lists, I think. Top 10 trainers' excuses after you lose, and top 10 handicapper excuses when you lose. I would have won, but that pesky 26-1 shot, he finished ahead of us.
It's not an excuse; it's a fact.
Or my, I know, but there's some good lines, some good racetrack stories of the
trainer
no
excuses.
Trainer excuses. That's that you get a booklet when you get your license. They give you a booklet of excuses that be prepared for.
All right, that's a good one. See, we already got one of them already set. Top 10 trainer excuses. Can't wait. So again,
I like when the jockey gets off the horse. And one time a jockey said to me, you got to put blinkers on this horse. And I told him to look up. The horse was already wearing blinkers.
Nice. So we're going to have a really good show on Thursday talking Saratoga. There's some graded stakes races on Saturday's card as well. I forget which ones there are, but there's some good,
Saturday is the Chad Brown Invitational.
Okay.
There's it's called the Diana Stakes. He has 10 of the 14 horses nominated.
All right.
Running 4 of them, so he'll have to choose which 4 he'd like to run 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, sounds good.
We got some baby races.
To be Chad Brown.
The Schuylerville race I was fortunate enough to win in 2015 is opening day. That's for the 2-year-old fillies. You got the Sanford for the boys on the Friday. That's the 2-year-old colts. So there's an exciting time. It's always who's the next superstar that you might see debut or win an impressive allowance race. And, from a handicapper standpoint, Saratoga is known and well known, as Jonathan, I'm sure we'll talk about on Thursday, as the graveyard of favorites.
Yep.
And so somebody...
Hey, there's a top 10.
Favorites.
Top 10... should it be long shots or favorites that got beat? What do you think? Or top 10 storylines? I don't know.
Could be two different ones. But I think, you harken back to, Secretariat lost there, Man o' War lost. I mean, there's so many horses at Saratoga. I mean, go more recently, American Pharaoh. He lost to Travers when everyone thought he couldn't lose. So, weird kind of quirky stuff happens at Saratoga, but it's where everybody wants to be for the summer. Unless you live in California, then you want to be at Del Mar, where the surf meets the turf. And I'm sure throughout the course of the summer, we'll sprinkle in some Del Mar action as well.
All right, so top 10 long shots winning at Saratoga, top 10 favorites losing at Saratoga. So we can kind of put them together, maybe top 5 of each, so we make a top 10. So that'll be definitely one show. As we just mentioned, coming up on Thursday, the 2 top races that we're going to keep our fingers crossed that they're a big field. But you got the Diana Stakes, which is a grade 1. The Sanford is a grade 3. So those will hopefully be 2 of the races we'll be talking about on Thursday. And then the following Thursday, which will be the 21st, we will be talking about, again, the Haskell. That's one of 2 grade 1 stakes races at Monmouth Park with the United Nations Stakes. You also have the grade 1 American Oaks at Saratoga that hopefully we'll be able to talk about. So, and by the way, the King George, what is it, the 4th? Or the, what's VI? 6th? King George 6th and Queen Elizabeth Whipco Stakes. It's a grade 1 Breeders' Cup at Ascot. That's on the same Saturday. So I know you got to run. Appreciate at least you taking a little bit of time to talk about this. I know things are busy right now for you, Chad. It looks like you're sweating there, and you got like a juice bottle on the side. It's probably like a cupcake in all reality. And we'll be talking to you on Thursday. So
No, looking forward to it. We'll be live from the spa up there on Thursday.
Excellent. All right, Chad. Thanks for your time. We'll talk to you on Thursday with John. Can't wait.
You got it. Thanks, Greg.